Hello, welcome back to day 4 of opinion writing. So let's look at our checklist. Okay, so we've chosen a topic. If you have not done step number 1 yet, please make sure and do that. And brainstorm. We're going to look at our brainstorm for today. Yesterday we worked on our introduction. So if you have not completed these first 3 steps, I need you to do that before you go to plan 4, which is writing a draft. So let's look at our brainstorm. Okay, so remember, I'm talking about my favorite plays, and you are deciding whatever you want, and that's what you're writing about. But as a class, we're going to do this. Okay, so with my brainstorm, I have my main topic or my opinion, and then my 4 reasons why. Notice that I labeled them 1, 2, 3, 4. That is going to help us today with our writing. So when we're writing our draft, we're using this as our main focus, and then we're going to write small little paragraphs of sentences, 2, 3, 4 sentences each per box. Okay, so today for Thursday for lesson 4, we're just going to do 1 and 2. And then tomorrow for lesson 5 or for Friday, we're going to do 3 and 4. Okay, so today you're just going to be writing about your 2 reasons. And then tomorrow we'll catch up with the other 2, just so you're not overwhelmed with your writing, because I know you have a lot of things to do. So I'm going to go back and look at my introduction to make sure that I know what I'm talking about. So I recommend that you do the same thing. So let's read our introduction from yesterday that we wrote as a class. It says, whoosh, whoosh. Do you hear the waves? My favorite place to visit is the beach. It is fun. And for your purposes, I wrote hook, topic, and opinion. You do not have to write this. Okay, so give me just a minute while I transition and put our anchor chart onto the wall, and then we're going to start writing our draft. Okay, so I'm going to write on my anchor chart. Today I'm using purple. It smells like grapes. So I'm going to write on our anchor chart, and then I'll show you what it looks like online as well. Okay, so what I'm going to start off with first is putting a number 1, because this is talking about my first reason. And I'll start writing. So I think, remember, I think is a great way to start off, and that tells this is going to be about your opinion. I think the beach, and my first reason was about swimming. So I think the beach is a great place to go swimming. Okay, that's a pretty good sentence so far. And after this, now I can either stop here or I can keep going, but I want to keep going and use the word because. So because is a great way to continue a thought. So I'm going to use because the water is clear. So I'm giving a couple more reasons. Here's clear. Then we have, how about warm? And salty. Period. Okay, that's the end of that sentence. Now I have to give another reasoning why. I love going underwater. Do you love going underwater while you are swimming as well? And what do you see when you're underwater? Good. So I love going underwater to see all of the fish. All of the fish. Period. Okay, so I'm going to put a question mark and see if you notice why we need to fix that later on. Okay, so I'm going to switch colors. I know this is hard for you to see because the camera is so far back, but just bear with me for a minute and then I'll show you what it looks like on there and then we'll edit it later on. Okay, I'm going to write number 2 with green, which is lime. Oh, never mind, peppermint. Just kidding. Okay, so number 2, notice that I started writing big and I noticed that I was going to run out of room, so I had to start writing a little bit smaller. Okay, so the second one I was talking about was relaxing. So I think that the beach is very relaxing because some reasons. So that's what I'm going to start off with. So I believe, I started with another one. I believe beach, beach, the can. The can, and I'm going to write B, but I'm going to write it into a D. So let's fix that later on. So I believe beach, the can be very relaxing. Period. Okay, after I swim, I'm going to put a comma there because I'm going to take a little bit of a breath. After I swim, I love to lay out on my towel. I love to lay out on my towel and rest. Okay, I'm going to write one more sentence with this. I enjoy hearing the wind and waves around me. Now, if we were in class, I would allow you to help me a whole lot more. I pre-wrote this so I could make this video a little bit faster. And so if we were in the class setting, you would be able to help me with a lot more ideas. But if you have some more suggestions for my writing, please let me know. Okay, so I'm going to transition and show you the opinion writing for our draft 1 online. Okay, so here we are for today. Remember, you're going to go back and you're going to look at your opinion writing that you used for Tuesday, and I had mine. So if you are choosing to write or type on this slide presentation, you are going to highlight this and backspace like this. Now, we wrote it all out together. I put number 1 and number 2. So I pre-typed this, and I'm just going to share this with you. Now that looks pretty small, so I'm going to highlight the text, and I'm going to make it a little bit larger, maybe 24, and see if that's better. Yes. So you can tell the ones that are underlined in red, which you will come across, it is misspelled. But I don't want you to worry about that. Like I said yesterday, spelling is kind of on the back burner. We're not worried about that right now. I just want you to get all of your ideas out. Okay, so we're going to talk about spelling and words that don't make sense, or maybe we can use other words. We're going to talk about that with revising and editing, which is later on after our writing. So your goal today is to write down your 2 reasons and explain to me some examples behind that. Okay, so not just one sentence. I need you to write 2 to 3 sentences like I did right here. You can use, I think, I believe, you should. Those words you should definitely be using. Try to add in because or so. Okay, those will help you to extend your sentences. It's like you're talking. You can even use the text to typing part, but I want you to be writing a lot of sentences. Try really hard to do that. Okay, guys? And then tomorrow we'll pick up on number 3 and number 4. All right, see you tomorrow. Bye.